let's do some gel printing, because that is always fun. And I was just trolling through my YouTube feed the other day, you know, seeing what everybody's up to, looking for fresh ideas. And this video popped up that was about using a baby powder resist on your gel plate. I didn't know that was a thing. Apparently it is, because then, you know, after I watched that video, then my feed was full of several others. So apparently I missed the boat on the baby powder thing. But y'all, it is so easy, so fun, and look at the results. I mean, if you're into that whole galaxy thing, then, you know, you definitely need to do this. But even if you're not, you just get the most incredible effects using baby powder on your gel plate. So I thought that I would just, you know, pull some of my favorites to show you, and I ended up pulling just the majority of the prints that I did, because they're kind of all my favorites. I mean, some, you know, I just did like really bold prints, and then some are kind of light, and that's kind of the fun of it. You have quite a bit of control over the results. See, like if you want to use this as a journal page and you want to do written journaling, then you can just add a little bit of color and, you know, leave some space, or you can cover your whole thing. And then sometimes you just don't know what you want to get. And this is really right up my alley, because my favorite gel prints have always been the cleanup pages. You know, no matter what I'm doing, even if I'm using stencils, which, I mean, to be honest, that's not my favorite thing to do on a gel plate. I know it's kind of, you know, what you do. I would rather just do abstract backgrounds like that, just pulling colorful pages that can be part of something else. And I've completely lost my train of thought. I was saying that, oh yeah, I don't really like using stencils. Is this what I was saying? Oh, no, it was the cleanup pulls. Yes, back on track. Okay, yeah, those are always my favorite. So to me, these are like, you know, every pull looks like a cleanup page. And I've done something similar to this before using alcohol and alcohol inks along with acrylics on the gel plate, and you can get similar results to this, but this is a little bit cleaner and easier, and my whole art room smells like a baby's butt right now, and it's just really kind of nice. So here's what I've got. I've got my trusty old gel plate right here. I've got some, these are from that library catalog that I used in my last painty paper video. They're just thin sheets that are kind of like dictionary pages. So I've got those. I've got just some regular blank computer paper. I've got some book pages and some music sheets. I've got some old gel prints that were kind of, you know, they just needed something else. They're just, you know, like pulling, what do you call it? Some are ghost prints, some are, you know, when you pull off the background and lift your stencil and you've got the thing left. I don't know what that's called. But, and they're only one-sided, so I've got this whole other side that I can do. And in my mind, I'm thinking journal pages or artist book pages, so double-sided is really what I want. So I've got these. I've got some deli paper. I've got some, oh, this is just some computer paper over here on this side to roll my brayer off. And I saved those from when I did this yesterday, because my brayer off pages were super awesome. So yeah, I just kind of watched as I was cleaning off my brayer, and then I pulled the paper down and let it dry before it got too muddy. So these are actually a whole other stack of painted papers that I can use. I can even do this baby powder technique on top of these for, you know, just a little extra something. So yeah, this is just a quick, easy way to make lots of yummy painted papers using this baby powder thing that I didn't even know was out there. And I've got it in this little shaker because I get more control over my shakes. But this is just, it's pure cornstarch baby powder from the Dollar Tree. That was the cheapest thing that I found. You could probably just use plain cornstarch, but I couldn't find it cheaper than a whole thing of just Dollar Tree baby powder. So that's all this is. And then you'll need your gel plate, and then you're going to need some acrylic paints. And I've just got a selection of mostly bright colors, you know, pink and blue and orange and yellow and lime green. And these are just all cheap craft paints. Just use what you've got. Use the colors that you want. And is that it? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. So, all right. Let's pick one. I went to Walmart the other day and just got me a couple of good cheap pinks. I was low on pinks. So I did that. That was, what is this? Folk Art, Bright Pink. Yeah, bright pink, whatever. And Deco Art Traditions, Permanent, Alizarin Crimson, Alizarin, I don't know, whatever. It's crimson. It's kind of reddish. It's got a little paint booger there. Let's get rid of that. Whew, okay. And brayer that on. You don't even have to brayer it neatly. You can just, yeah, do whatever. This is not real precise. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm not a fan of the stencils, because I'm not one to put the paper down and then leave it to let it dry so I can get a clean pull. I don't live in that world. I've got one plate, and yeah, to let it dry so that you can get a really decent pull, I'm not going there. So when I use my stencils, it's usually for kind of a grunge effect where you know, you just get kind of a hint of the stencil image. So, you know, I just rarely even bother with stencils. Okay, so I got some paint on there, and then I'm going to sprinkle some baby powder. You can sprinkle light, you can sprinkle heavy. And then let's use just a blank sheet so you can get an idea of, I don't want a full sheet, of how this does. And pull it up. And you just get instant awesome. Cool, right? So, just set that there. I just kind of keep going. I did get to a point yesterday where I did have to stop and clean off my plate, but I probably did a good, I don't know, 20 pulls before that happened. And I had just built up so much baby powder on there that the paint was not cooperating. It was just like drying, and my plate was super dry. So I did have to stop and clean it, but I did get a whole bunch of pulls before I did that. And I did kind of watch to, you know, make sure nothing muddied up. If I was wanting to use, you know, if I had done some orange and then wanted purple, I would just kind of make wait until the plate kind of dried. Or I would just do like a clean off pull with white. I did do several of those. It's kind of pretty, but I think it needs something else. Maybe some green. I don't know. Oh, my timer went off. Okay. At the same time I'm doing this, I'm doing some eco printing. So let me go take care of that. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, that can just sit for a while we do this. I'll do an eco printing video. It's almost getting to that time of year where, you know, the fun of having plants and flowers has worn off for me, because it's hot and I don't care if they die. So you see how pretty that is? I can just stop right there, set that aside, and then I've got a whole other sheet. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm getting to. So when that happens, I tend to just snip off a lot of even the good parts of the plant and go ahead and eco print them, because why not? Alright. So this, I mean, you get the idea. This is how it's done, and you just keep doing this and pulling off awesome sheets until you get tired of it. Ah, so pretty. Well, let's do some green, maybe. And some of this blue. So yeah, I have really nothing left to say, because that's all there is to it. This is super easy. You roll on the paint, you sprinkle on the baby powder, heavy or light, whatever you want. And then you just experiment, and it's just always a surprise when I pull the page, because you build up all those layers, and then, you know, you're pulling off some of the baby powder, and then some stays on the plate, so you're not quite sure what you're going to get. Oh, and when my pages are dry, like after this dries, I'll go back and brush off any of the excess baby powder. But don't do it until after this dries, because if your paint's still wet, you'll smear it, and then you'll get it on your cool brush that you got with some estate sale stuff. I don't even know what this was for, but I kind of love it. And I'm just setting these aside to kind of dry, and then I'll go back through and see, okay, what else does it need? And I might put like another little light layer on it. So we'll do a little more here, and then I'll show you what that's all about. I've got green on there, and it plays well with the blue, so I'll just go ahead and put that blue, and then maybe some of this, whatever this is, teal mint. These are all, some of these are deco art, but most are just whatever I picked up at Walmart, or, you know, someplace like that. Okay, let's sprinkle. And another pretty one. Okay, let's go try this kind of dark pink and some light, oh, that's orange, light pink. Some more powder. Woohoo! I love pink and green together. I think that's my inner 80s girl. Really appreciates that. This is African Violet, Crafter's Acrylic. What is that? Deco Art, I believe. And then Concord Grape from Apple Barrel. Kind of thin. I think I'll use the one of these sheets. These are good cleanup sheets too. This kind of paper. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Are you gonna... Here's what I'm gonna do. Pick up whatever's wet, because I think I want orange on there. I don't want it to blend with the purple and the green. Let's see how that works. I like this neon orange. Okay. A little bit of this, and now I'm going to kind of lightly press that down and see what happens. There we go. Super cool. See, this would be just perfect for, you know, because it's got a lot of white space. You can leave it just like that, and it would be easy to write on it in your journal pages, or do some extra journaling with some collage stuff, and even, you know, adding more paint to it. Fun stuff. Now, light violet. Gonna take a walk on the wild side and put it directly over that orange and see what happens. Awesome background. Okay. You can go over, you know, after you've put some powder down, add another color. You can powder first and then put color on. You can, you know, color and powder. The possibilities are endless. These are book pages. I guess if I was smart, I would have done this, right? Yeah, well, too late for smart. Beautiful. And my orange was actually okay with the purple. It didn't blend too badly, because that can cause mud. Okay, so I've got kind of pinks on here. I think this one maybe needs a little pink. So what I'm going to do is just put down some pink. And I don't want to just, you know, lay this down on here, because then it's just going to be solid pink. So let's sprinkle liberally. And then just kind of gently touch it down. Maybe in some of those white areas. Now I've got my 80s pink and green that I love so much. Who else needs pink? I think maybe this one does. Yeah, let's pick that up. Nice. I feel like this one might need some yellow. Maybe this this is like a neon yellow. Ugh. Don't leave your brayer laying down on your paper. Really, Shannon, that's just like brayer 101. I get lazy. Set your brayer down like this, not like this. Okay. Oh yeah. There it is. So you can see how this is just something that you can kind of go at all day long, literally all day long. That's what I did yesterday. I think lime green. Keep experimenting and pulling. If you get a pull that is muddy or one you don't like, after it's completely dry, you can just go right over it with another layer. And when I'm adding color like this, I'll start, you know, really lightly and then look at it. And then, oh yeah, that's enough. There we go. And then, what would that look like? Okay, ooh, this is scary, but let's see. Let's just see. Oh yeah, ooh, that just brought that to life, didn't it? So much better. Is there anything left on there that I can maybe put this? I like purple and yellow. As long as they don't blend, they need to lay on top of each other. Sometimes a little bit of yellow is just all it takes to fix colors that are not really making you happy. My yellow is pretty much dry. I'm going to add a little bit more, and then, because I think this one wants yellow. Yeah, I think it does. Just a little bit. Pat it lightly. Okay. My plate's starting to dry out. The stuff on the plate is. It's building up the, there it is, baby powder and the paint. Pretty. So yeah, when that happens and it's just all powdery and nothing's really pulling very well, then you can go in and do like a cleanup thing, which, you know, ideally you'd want to put your background color on. You don't really need to do white. You can do whatever you want. Kind of thick. That's probably way too thick. Yeah, no, it's definitely way too thick, but here we are, so we're going with it. Then you'd want to put a sheet over it and kind of let it dry a little bit to pull it off. But since I put so much paint on there, that's not really going to work because I don't have the patience to sit here and wait for it. So I'm going to pull off a little bit of that paint. And it's still beautiful. And then put another one down. And then when I get, you know, pull what I can off of it, then I've got some alcohol wipes that I'll go back with and get the rest off, and then just keep going. But so far, here's what we've done. So you can see it just takes very little effort to get these super cool pages that you can do whatever with. These need a little something on top. This needs a little something else. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going and add in a little something and see what happens. And then once these are all dry, I'll come back and we'll flip through what we have. Let me see if this one, I'll go ahead and clean off the plate. Brighter up, Shannon. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Clean off sheets are the best. Oh, I love it. Yeah, and I did a pretty good job of pulling up all of that leftover powder. So I'm going to wipe this off and let these dry, and then I'll come back and we'll see where we are. These are all pretty much dry and fabulous now. I did go back and added a little bit of color to some of them that just felt like they needed something. Usually what they need is yellow. Y'all, I'm telling you, a little bit of yellow kind of fixes everything. It just brings out, see you remember the purple or the pink and green? I liked it, but it just felt a little flat to me, and the yellow just made it go boing. So if you need a little boing, just add a little yellow. I don't know why that happens, that it just makes everything happier, but it does. So I hope you will give this a try. Go get you some dollar store cornstarch baby powder. Don't use talcum powder. Talc is really not good to breathe, and believe me, you're going to be breathing a lot of this. And you can pick you up a little shaker while you're there if you want, because you know, you can just keep the little thing in your art room, and you feel fancy when you use it. And give this a try. This one needs some pink. Yeah, I added the yellow helped, but now it needs some pink, probably some neon pink, just little bits. So I'll add more to that one, and I'll do the back side. But yeah, give this a try. And I want to see your results. You can share them with me in my Facebook group, or lately I've been on Instagram more than anything else. You can tag me there. And that's all I've got today. The end.